afternoon, students.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
How are you all?
Fine.
Okay, today in this we are going to see about the hardness. We are going to estimate the hardness that is given in the water sample, right? So, do you have any idea about water quality parameters? Yeah, tell me.
pH, alkalinity,
Okay.
then order,
Okay.
taste,
Okay.
DOD,
Okay.
COD, hardness.
Okay, so biological oxygen, BOD is biological oxygen demand, COD is chemical oxygen demand. So all these things, parameters, we combine together and to assess the water quality. Okay, so we are going to have use the water for the domestic purposes, industrial purposes, agriculture purposes, and we have some standards in which they should be there. Okay, the chloride ion presence of how much amount of chloride, then how much amount of calcium and the magnesium. All these things, what are the total dissolved solids, TDS. Okay, all these things we are going to estimate and we are going to assess whether it is good for the domestic purposes or if it is used for the industrial purposes, we are going to assess that, or we are going to use it for agriculture. Even the agriculture purposes, we have to check the water, right? If it is more acidic or more basic, it's going to destroy the crops. When for industrial uses, when it is very hard and it has more amount of substance that is dissolved in it, it will go and it will form the sludge in the areas of the pipes, the boilers, and it will cause the explosions, right? And it will also cause the rusting of the materials that is used over there. And for drinking purpose, of course, we should have, there is a standard in which how much amount of the chemical should be present in that. Okay, according to that only we are going to do. Okay, now we are going to estimate the total hardness by EDTA method. Okay, so EDTA is nothing but ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. Okay, it is ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. Okay, so now we are having the burette solution is the EDTA solution, and I have put out 20 ml of standard hard water. The first titration is, what is the first titration? Estimation of the standardization of EDTA. Okay. So now I have taken 20 ml of the standard hard water, added 5 ml buffer solution. Why I am adding buffer solution? To maintain the pH. Okay. So only in the pH from 8 to 10, your reaction will be taking place. Okay. So that I am adding the buffer solution. I am adding, what indicator is added over here? Indicator that is used is EBT. Okay, so the indicator that I am used here is EBT, that is Eriochrome black tea indicator. So I am getting a wine red color. Okay, now I am going to titrate it with the EDTA solution. So here I am getting the steel blue color. Okay, that is the end point. Okay. So you are having the steel blue color as the end point. Now what it does mean? First I have got the wine red color. Why the wine red color occurs? What is the minerals, what is the chemical that causes hardness in water? Any idea?
Calcium and magnesium.
Okay, calcium and magnesium. Okay, so what happens when you add the ammonia solution, when you add the indicator? Why it is wine red in color? What happens? The indicator forms complex. Okay, complex with the calcium and magnesium ions that is present. Okay, that complex color is wine red in color. Okay, so I have titrated it against EDTA solution. Now I am getting the steel blue color. What happens over there when you do the titration? It's going to form complex. The calcium and the magnesium are forming complex with the, that is called the EDTA. Okay, EDTA complex is colorless. It does not have color, but you are having blue color. This is the color of the EBT indicator. Okay, indicator, EBT indicator, it's blue in color. So this is the color of the free indicator. Okay, so now I have got the value, the burette reading as 16, right? Now I am going to find the strength of the EDTA by using this value. Okay, the first is standardization of the EDTA solution, because you don't know what's the strength of this. and versus the standard hard water, you know the value. So by using the volumetric, the titration analysis, the calculation, V1 is equal to V1 N1 is equal to V2 N2. You want to find the value normality of the EDTA solution. And what is the second titration? It's estimation of total hardness. Okay. So for estimating total hardness, you are just going to discard this and you are going to take the sample water. Okay. That is usually we take the tap water for analysis. Then what you are going to do? What is the procedure? Someone tell. What happens? Second titration. Yeah.
We have to pour the sample water
Okay.
and 20 ml we will drop of this into a beaker and add 5 ml of buffer solution
Okay.
and
Indicator.
EDT is added.
Okay. Then you have to refill the EDTA, urine solution. You will add EDT indicator. Again you will get wine red color. Okay. So you are going to repeat the same procedure and do the titration. Your endpoint will be steel blue in color. What is the third titration? Permanent hardness. Okay. For estimation of permanent hardness, what you will do?
We use boiled water for
Okay.
as
Boiled
quick as
water.
solution.
Okay.
and this
Same procedure. Okay, while boiling, the hardness, temporary hardness will be destroyed. Okay, only there will be permanent hardness. Okay, and you have to repeat the same procedure and find what is the permanent hardness. Okay. Okay, do you understand? Do you have any doubt?
No.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.